Lil Scrappy has gone all out to expose Stevie J after Bambi's personal video was leaked. This wasn't an accident, it was a planned attack. Did you ever think that the love and hip-hop stars had everything under control? Their world could turn upside down in an instant. This scandal isn't just about one video. It's a dirty game where money, power, and privacy are being completely abused. If you thought people like Stevie J were the most trustworthy in the industry, you were mistaken. Now, Lil Scrappy has made some shocking accusations, revealing a whole new sinister side of the show. Was this all staged? Was it just drama? Or was it something else entirely? Watch this shocking revelation, because something much bigger is about to happen. Let's be honest for a moment about reality TV and its chaos. Until you watch this entire video, you won't understand what the real scandal is, where these celebrities are headed now, and whose actions have put their careers in jeopardy. We all knew something explosive would happen eventually, but who would have imagined that it would end with Lil Scrappy completely attacking Stevie J over a leaked video featuring Bambi? If you haven't been paying attention, you may not be aware, but this scandal is anything but typical. It's messy, personal, and it's about to get way out of hand. First, let's stand back and realize how serious this is. This isn't just any random, inconsequential leak. We're talking about a private moment of Bambi, someone who has been an integral part of the reality TV game. Leaking a private video like this isn't just an accident, it's deliberate, and that's precisely what makes it so serious. This scandal is extremely risky. But where does Stevie J fit into all of this? Well, let's start with the fundamentals. Stevie J has established himself as one of the most infamous characters in the reality television industry because of his tumultuous relationships, dubious business practices, and ongoing involvement in scandals. If we go back a bit, we've seen him entangled in messy situations. Whether it's violent altercations with Jocelyn or shady business dealings, he is now being accused of leaking the video that has left Bambi incensed and Lil Scrappy irate. Why does this leak matter so much? Put yourself in Bambi's position for a moment. Your private moments, which should be off-limits to the public, are suddenly exposed to the world. It's not just a privacy violation, it's a full-scale assault on her reputation. And that's where Lil Scrappy enters the picture. He's furious. And you can't blame him. When the video first surfaced, everyone was talking about it. The internet was ablaze, social media was exploding, and everyone had an opinion. But things didn't really escalate until Lil Scrappy made his statement. What he said caused things to spiral even further. He didn't hold back, calling Stevie J everything from a manipulator to a backstabber. According to Scrappy, it wasn't just a simple video leak, it was deliberate. And the most damning part? He says Stevie J planned the entire thing, knowing exactly what would happen once the video was released online. Before we delve further into the scandal, let's examine the backstory, because believe me, it's a big deal. You may believe this is just another small-scale drama between reality TV stars, but there's more to this than meets the eye. The history between Bambi, Lil Scrappy, and Stevie J isn't exactly smooth. There's been animosity between the two men for years, and this video is just the latest chapter in a long-standing feud. To understand this explosive moment, we need to go back to when Scrappy and Stevie J first met. At that time, they were at different stages in their careers. Stevie J was already well known in the entertainment industry, an experienced producer, with major industry connections, while Scrappy was still trying to find his way as a rapper and manage his personal life. However, it wasn't long before both men got entangled in the love and hip-hop world, and over time, their relationship began to sour. Why? Stevie J's actions. The man was notorious for using questionable methods, particularly in business, and Scrappy never trusted him. That mistrust only deepened when Stevie J entered Bambi's life. Whether he was trying to play both sides or spark conflict between Scrappy and Bambi, one thing was clear. He didn't mean well. And now we have Lil Scrappy accusing Stevie J of exploiting Bambi's private life for personal gain. According to Scrappy, this was never an accident. It was a calculated move. The video was designed to create drama, evoke strong emotions, and ultimately damage Bambi's reputation, and Stevie J was the one orchestrating everything behind the scenes. But don't just take Scrappy's word for it. Anonymous sources close to the situation claim that there's a lot more going on behind the scenes. These sources assert that Stevie J's motives weren't just about revenge or petty drama. No, this is deeper than that. They accuse him of being at the center of a larger, darker scheme, one involving betrayals, power plays, and personal destruction. As the story unfolds, Lil Scrappy is taking a stand, demanding answers and refusing to back down. We'll go into those deeper claims later, but for now, just know that something extremely troubling is unfolding. This isn't a small incident. This is a massive scandal that could permanently change the reality TV landscape. So what's next? As Lil Scrappy digs deeper into the truth and exposes the hidden facts behind Stevie J's actions, it's clear there's no turning back. The drama is far from over. Before we move on to the next chapter in this shocking saga, let's examine how the public and social media have responded. What are fans saying? What do people think about Lil Scrappy's bold accusations? Now that we've established the context, let's dive into the specifics of the leaked video and the fallout shaking reality TV to its core. If you thought Scrappy's accusations were wild, wait until you hear what's next. This is where the story takes a dark turn. This isn't just about a careless mistake or unintentional leak. No, this is about a deliberate assault on Bambi's reputation and possibly her entire career. Let's break it down. We've all seen leaked videos from celebrities and reality stars, and we know the harm they can cause. But there's something different about this video. It wasn't just any personal clip. It was a deeply private moment, and one that, according to Lil Scrappy, should never have been exposed. Scrappy insists Stevie J knew exactly what he was doing when he released it. He says the timing was too perfect, just as Bambi was rebuilding her image and career. And then boom, this video drops, and everything unravels. Scrappy believes this was a planned attack on Bambi's future, and it gets worse. When you consider Stevie J's history, it all starts to make sense. According to insiders close to K, the Love and Hip Hop production team, this video leak wasn't just a slip-up. It was the latest move in a pattern of manipulative behavior. These sources say Stevie J had access to sensitive footage of Bambi, and he knew exactly what would happen when it went public. The damage was immediate. The moment it hit social media, the fallout began. And the most shocking part? Some insiders now say Stevie J might have members of the production team. Yes, you read that correctly. Some people are accusing several members of the production team of being involved. It's no secret that Stevie J and Scrappy have never been the best of friends, but this move may be the final straw in a long-running feud between the two men. Let's not forget about the bigger picture here. According to another source close to Scrappy, this video wasn't just about hurting Bambi, it was about making a statement. As the news of the video leak went viral online, the public's response was both predictable and shocking at the same time. Scrappy has already expressed his dissatisfaction with Stevie J's dubious actions, saying that this isn't the first time he has crossed the line, and it most certainly won't be the last. And Lil Scrappy fans were furious. They took to social media to express their support for the couple and demanded that Stevie J be held responsible for his actions. Almost immediately, the hashtag #JoshJockStevie is the problem went viral. But the thing about social media is that it has two sides. While Bambi and Scrappy received a ton of support from fans, there were also those who questioned whether or not Stevie J actually leaked the video. Some fans started to wonder if this was all part of a bigger publicity stunt, a move to raise awareness of love and hip-hop and boost the ratings. After all, this scandal was blowing up in an almost flawless way. Could this whole situation be a setup to create drama and keep the show trending? The show was gaining momentum when the celebrities arrived. The drama queen, Joseline Hernandez, wasted no time in adding her own commentary to the situation. She took to Instagram to criticize Stevie J, calling him out for being a master of drama and a manipulator. Meanwhile, other reality TV stars, such as Mimi Faust and Kirk Frost, chimed in, offering their opinions and stoking the flames. But it wasn't just the reality stars who got involved. The media also jumped on the bandwagon, with major tabloids, and entertainment news outlets publishing headlines like Stevie J's dark secrets revealed, and Lil Scrappy takes on Stevie J. The matter grew larger than anyone could have imagined. It was more than just a video leak scandal. It was a full-fledged media frenzy. For his part, Stevie J has, of course, denied any involvement in the video leak. In an exclusive interview, he claimed he was unaware the video would be made public. that the video was unintentionally released, and that he apologized for the entire incident. But here's the catch. His response seemed a little too prepared, a little too flawless. And remember, this isn't the first time Stevie J has been involved in controversy. Some fans weren't buying his victim act, saying it was just another performance. Others criticized his deceptive methods to hide his involvement, asking why he acted so composed when the video first came out and why he was so quick to respond with a well-written apology, rather than the defensive outrage we typically see from celebrities in these situations. Let's face it, Stevie J has a long history of attempting to play the victim in the face of scandals. From his notorious relationship with Jocelyn to his multiple court cases, he has often managed to twist the narrative and portray himself as the victim. However, this time, it may be more difficult to get away with it. So who is telling the truth, Stevie J? Or is he just acting like his typical self? What will happen to Bambi and Lil Scrappy next? Tension is rising, and we're just getting started. As we examine the fallout from the video leak and what it means for these celebrities, their careers, and the future of love and hip-hop, the public's attention is on them, and the media coverage is getting more intense every minute. Stay tuned for the last section of this investigation. The Bambi video leak scandal is a scandalous story that isn't going away anytime soon. What began as a private moment has now turned into a full-fledged public spectacle. And the social media firestorm isn't showing any signs of slowing down. The implications will have a lasting impact on everyone involved. In this last section, we're going to delve deeply into the fallout from this entire fiasco and look at the potential repercussions for all parties involved. Trust me, things are going to get even juicier. Let's talk about the legal ramifications. With all the drama, Bambi and Scrappy are no strangers to being involved in public controversy. So you might think this won't turn into a legal battle. But this video leak raises the stakes to the point where it could lead to serious legal issues. After all, there are laws in place to protect people from having their private moments revealed without their consent. Even more intriguing is the possibility that Bambi may be pursuing the entire production team behind Love and Hip Hop, in addition to suing Stevie J for emotional distress and defamation. Some people think that this is more complicated than a simple leak. Could there have been internal leaks within the network or production company that someone else purposefully took advantage of? One thing is certain, given the public nature of this scandal, defamation lawsuits could be on the horizon, and we wouldn't be surprised if Bambi's vulnerability was exploited for personal gain or to increase ratings, potentially leading to a multi-party lawsuit involving multiple players, both behind the scenes and within the show's cast. If the courts get involved, things could get even worse than what we've seen so far. Trust me, if Bambi takes this to court, the media will go crazy. This is just the start of a legal battle that could take place over the course of the next year. Let's talk about the long-term effects. Stevie J himself is under legal scrutiny for his role in this mess. Although Bambi and Scrappy have experienced hardship in the past, this video leak has damaged their reputations to the point where it may affect their future in reality TV. Love and Hip Hop thrives on drama, and this is the kind of controversy that could push the show to its breaking point. Could the leak have an impact on the show's ratings long-term? It's possible. In fact, there's already conjecture that producers may have purposefully created this controversy to generate interest in an otherwise dull season of the show. However, the media didn't stop at reality stars. Major tabloids and entertainment news outlets also jumped on the story, running headlines like, "What's Stevie J's side of the story?" Of course, he has denied any involvement in the video leak and says he's sticking to the facts. Jay's dark secrets were revealed, and Lil Scrappy takes on Stevie J. Everyone had an opinion on the matter, and the story grew larger than anyone could have imagined. In an exclusive interview, Stevie J stated that he was unaware the video would be made public. He also expressed regret for the entire situation. But the catch is, his response seemed a little too prepared and flawless. Additionally, it should be noted that this isn't the first time Stevie J has found himself in a difficult situation. Some fans didn't believe his victim act, saying it was just another of Stevie J's deceptive strategies to hide his involvement. Others questioned why, if he really didn't know, he acted so composed when the video first came out, and why he was so quick to respond with a well-written apology, rather than the defensive outrage we typically see from celebrities. Since Stevie J has a lengthy history of attempting to play the victim in scandals, From his notorious relationship with Jocelyn to his multiple legal battles, he's often managed to change the narrative and portray himself as the victim. However, it may not be so simple to get away with it this time. So, who is telling the truth? Is Stevie J the victim here, or is he just going about his business as usual? What will happen to Bambi and Lil Scrappy now that everyone is watching? Them and the media is covering them more and more? In the next section of this investigation, we'll look at the consequences of the video leak and what it means for these celebrities' careers, and the future of love and hip-hop. As we continue, to delve into the mess that is the Bambi video, it is evident that this is not going to end anytime soon. What began as a private moment has now turned into a full-blown public spectacle, and the social media firestorm is showing no signs of abating. The tension is rising, and we're only getting started. Stay tuned for the final part of this scandalous tale. The ramifications will continue to affect Lil Scrappy, Stevie J, and Bambi's lives for months, or even years to come. In this last section, we'll delve deeply into the fallout from this entire fiasco and look at the potential outcomes for all parties involved. Trust me, things are going to get even more exciting. Let's now discuss legal issues. Bambi and Scrappy are no strangers to being involved in public drama, but this video leak raises the stakes in a way that could open up a whole can of legal worms. You see, when you're dealing with private content being leaked, there are laws in place to combat this kind of situation. Laws that protect people from having their private moments revealed without their consent. What's even more intriguing is that Bambi may be pursuing the entire production team behind Love and Hip Hop, in addition to Stevie J, for emotional distress or defamation. Some people think this is more than just a random leak. Perhaps there were internal leaks. Did someone else purposefully take advantage of Bambi's vulnerability within the network or production company for personal benefit, or to increase ratings? This could lead to a multi-party lawsuit involving several actors and backstage staff. But one thing is certain, given how public this is, the attorneys are most likely already lined up to represent Bambi. There may be scandal-related defamation, lawsuits coming up, and we wouldn't be surprised if Stevie J himself is being investigated for his involvement in this mess. If the courts get involved, things could get even worse than what we've seen so far. And believe me when I say, if Bambi takes this to court, the media will be extremely interested. This is just the start of the legal battle that could take place over the course of the next year. Let's discuss the long-term effects on these celebrities' careers. Bambi and Scrappy have already been through a lot, but this time around, the video leak has damaged their reputations to the point where it may affect their future on reality TV. Love and Hip Hop thrives on drama. So, this kind of controversy might be exactly what producers think they need, but it could also push the show to its limit. Might this leak have a long-term impact on the ratings? In fact, there is already conjecture that the producers may have purposefully planned this controversy to ignite interest in a season that is otherwise lagging.